If it can be resent.
I'm sure it will, but we do an application. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. This morning, we have 3 dockets. We have a trial docket, pretrial conference docket, and an announcement docket. When I call your name, please come forward with your attorney. If your attorney is not here, we'll wait for your attorney to arrive because your attorney may be in another court handling another matter. For those of you who do not have an attorney, when I call your name, you'll just come up to the bench by yourself. Now we have some people that's on Zoom. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 0022, case of style, the state of Texas, versus Brian Jeffrey Smith. Mr. Smith is appearing via telephone. Mr. Smith, can you hear me? Okay, now, Mr. Smith, how are you doing? How are you doing, Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
They're fine.
Okay, now, Mr. Boudreaux, earlier you announced that Mr. Smith's case was reset, his felony case, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Langston Adams is handling that, and it's set for the 15th of this month.
Okay, October 15th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, your case is gonna be reset with your felony case, October 15th, 2024. On that day, you need to be in court in person. You need to come to this court first and check in, then go to the felony court. And once you finish in the felony court, you'll come back here to this court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. All right, and Mr. Boudreaux, you can get your reset and you'll be free to go.
I think that's the only one I have on your docket.
Okay. Mr. Boudreaux, we'll see you later.
No,
You have-
no, I have some more, I think, perhaps.
No, you're not, that's
Oh,
it.
Todd has some more.
Okay, that's this the only case you have here. Next case is Aaron Joseph Kavanaugh. Okay, what you,
There's a pre-paperwork in the discovery file.
Mr. Macon?
Yes.
I'm gonna write my name too.
Susan.
Uh,
Oh, misspelled. You said you're gonna get out today, but it'll probably take me a day to do the paperwork with everything and all. Just when you get out, the probation first, and then call me. Because while you're on probation, I'm still good. I can keep you in trouble much easier than get you. Take care of it. Don't let her feel.
Okay, this is cause number 24-CCCR 0552, case style, the state of Texas versus Aaron Joseph Kavanaugh. Mr. Kavanaugh, if that's your full name. Mr. Kavanaugh, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Kavanaugh, do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Kavanaugh, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Kavanaugh? Mr. Kavanaugh, you're represented in your case by your attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
It's Monday, Your Honor, and it's the best that can be said.
Okay. And Mr. Macon, the state is represented in this case by Attorney Haley Simmons. Attorney Simmons, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Macon, do you waive a record in Mr. Kavanaugh's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Kavanaugh, I have before me a document on my computer that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Aaron Joseph Kavanaugh, on or about in this, you're supposed to put the offense. You put the date there, the date goes down here. In this information,
It doesn't go where it says offense date, Your Honor? I mean, like.
no, it says offense.
All right.
On the line, it says offense, and below the line, it says offense date.
Oh,
Okay, now, Mr. Kavanaugh,
it's Monday.
I have before me a document that is titled Information. In this information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, it alleges that you, Aaron Joseph Kavanaugh on or about January 27 of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of interference with emergency call required for assistance. Mr. Kavanaugh, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Kavanaugh, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Guilty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Mr. Kavanaugh, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are two sets of initials. One set is your initials, AJK, and the other set is your attorney initials. Did you place your initials on this line next to the box that check guilty? I also have also on the same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature at the bottom of this document above the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are two boxes marked. The first box has marked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box says marked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Now, Mr. Kavanaugh, before you sign and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh, are you a citizen of the United States?
State up for 6-1.
Any objections?
Objection, stage one.
No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macon, you advised and counseled Mr. Kavanaugh. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Kavanaugh, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Kavanaugh, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is your agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 1 year, prorated over 2, $1,000 fine, 100 hours community service, plus 4 calls, and the state will also be dismissing calls 24D CCR 0360.
What is this court cost? 277.
On the way. Do you use the phone for that?
Okay, Mr. Kavanaugh, the state is offering that you serve 1 year in the Jefferson County Jail. You will not be required to serve any more time in this case because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 2 years. The fine in this case is $1,000 you'll be required to pay. $277 court costs, you'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month is $134 a month. Will you be able to pay the $134 each month? You will also be, the state will also dismiss cause number 24 DCCR 0360, and you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Mr. Kavanaugh, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Kavanaugh, I'll follow the people who are in agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Kavanaugh, you're gonna, if you do not have anything else holding you in jail, you should be getting out of jail today. You're gonna stand next to the bailiff, follow his directions. Once you finish following his directions, you can follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Macon, is this your only case?
It's the only one, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Macy. You have Ms. Hill.
I'm sorry, yeah.
You have
Miss Hill,
yes.
on page 4 of the file.
Yeah. Okay, this is cause number M331150. Case is style of State of Texas versus Jacqueline Sevilla Hill. Ms. Hill is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Hill, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Ms. Hill?
Not good, but I'm doing it. We're dealing with a death in our family.
Okay. You said you're dealing with a death in your family?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about it recently, but she was killed. One of our family members was killed. She was robbed at her house outside. And they finally got the 3 boys in custody. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
I think that was the that was
Yeah.
last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, remember it's next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not, yeah, I think it's like next week in Orange.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know when it was, Your Honor. It was.
Yeah, that was
the end of the week is when I got notified.
Yeah. Okay, now I see here there was a note here that says this case was reset 2 weeks. What was the reason why we reset it 2 weeks?
Because I'm trying to be there for my mom and also some other people as well. I had to take off of work, so I won't be available until next week.
No. Now, that wasn't a question. I was asking your attorney. There's a note on the docket sheet that says that the case was reset 2 weeks. And I was wondering, why was it reset 2 weeks? Do you remember?
The only thing I
Miss
had,
Sims?
well, my note just says reset for trial docket. That's the only note that I have, that I have no recollection of what happened a couple of weeks ago as to why it got reset for 2 weeks. It's just my note.
Oh, that's an old note?
I know at one point.
Oh, yeah, that was an old note. That was an old note.
I think at one point it was because she was on Zoom and.
Oh, okay. So she had to be here in person? Okay, let me see. That's the third oldest case. Now, Mr. Mason, did you file a continuous?
I didn't, Your Honor. I didn't think to do it, Judge, quite frankly.
Okay,
I would have been ready, but for the fact that
okay, state,
Your Honor, the state's not opposed to an oral motion, and we would just ask that this case remain on the trial docket for a later date.
okay. Okay, give us a trial date.
November.
What day?
I'm sorry. I apologize, Your Honor. I don't have my hearing aids in, so I'm having
Oh,
a real difficult
okay.
time hearing anything.
Okay. Okay, yes, what was that date? Hold on a minute. Today's the 7th, yeah. Okay, December 2nd.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, hold on a minute, your attorney is checking his calendar.
Thank you, Judge. You said December 2nd.
Second, yeah.
That looks fine for me, Judge.
December 2nd? Okay. This case will be reset for trial December 2nd, 2024. Ms. Hill, you need to be here in person on that date. You and your family have my sincere condolences.
thank you.
Your attorney, your bondsman will be given the reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day.
All right, thank you.
Next case is John Michael Shear. He's on Zoom. Mr. Shear, your attorney are you,
Ben Flory, but
Flory?
I'm covering for Ben Flory today.
what you said?
I'm covering for Ben Flory today.
Okay, Eaton,
No.
what's your name?
Alex Cooper.
Yes, okay, come up for it. Oh, here's another one too, huh? Come up for it.
Two others.
Okay. Now, Mr. Shear, your attorney, Ben Flory is not here. However, covering for attorney Flory is attorney Alec Comerford. Does Mr. Comerford have your permission to stand in for Mr. Flory?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Okay.
I do
Okay.
believe Mr. Flory is on Zoom, Your Honor.
Oh, he sure is.
There you go. All right. Excellent.
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, you don't need to stand there for him, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it away.
Mr. Flory, I didn't see you on Zoom. How are you doing? Can he, his, I wonder if he, let me, hold on, let me see. His mic is on.
I wonder if he's connected to the.
Am I? Yeah, his mic is on. Mr. Flory, can you hear me? I don't.
Mr. Comerford, while he's here.
He's trying, somebody, look into the side. Yeah, could you text him? Is that possible? Let him know that, something must be wrong with his mic. Hopefully yours will work in here. Maybe his mic is not up. It's not the volume is not turned up. Okay, I think his phone is beeping now. What? Okay. Mr. Flora, can you hear me? What happened? Oh,
I think he didn't.
yeah, he turned his, where is he? Okay. Mr. Flora, can you hear me? Mr. Flora, can you hear me? Mr. Flora, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me. Yeah, maybe we just, what was his announcement? Do you-
We were just gonna reset it for a later date, because I know Mr. Floyd was in the process of looking for another video camera footage.
Okay. Okay. We'll reset Mr. Homer Ford's. I see, Mr. Florida, can you hear me? Still can't hear me. Okay. Give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to November 18th, 2024. We might have to let him know it's been, Mr. Shear, your reset will be sent to you. No, your reset will be sent to your attorney and your bondsman. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go, and you have
Thank
a
you, Your
blessed
Honor.
day.
You as
Okay.
well, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him his case has been reset.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Okay. Is that Ida Quest?
Yes. Honestly don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's.
Ashley Ida Quest? She's on Zoom. It's Ida Quest? Ashley Ida Quest?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Miss Ida Quest. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Miss Ida Quest, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Alec Comerford. And again, Mr. Comerford, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor.
Mr. Comerford, what is your announcement in Miss Ida Quest's case?
Presently just confirm with the state at this moment. Confirm with the state.
Okay, I'll put a hold on it then. Okay, Miss Ida Quest, just hold on. You can put your mic on mute, and then when we come back to your case, you can take it off of mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. I would say Trevino,
Yes.
right there.
I just could not use it. Oh, okay.
Mr. Trevino, your full name is, I would say Trevino? How are you doing, Mr. Trevino? That's good. Mr. Trevino, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Alec Comerford. And Mr. Comerford, what is your announcement in Mr. Trevino's case?
Still reviewing discovery and confirm with the state the next steps.
Okay, we're gonna, this case is, how are these cases kind of old like that? Do we have, let me, hold on a minute. We're gonna put these on a pretrial conference docket. We're gonna place this case on a pretrial conference docket. Give us a reset.
Did you want to call?
Okay, this case, this case will be reset to November 18th of 2024. And Mr. Comerford, you'll get a copy of your reset here. And Mr. Trevino, you get a copy of your reset from your attorney. Once you get a copy, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. come on forward. I think this is your last case. We're gonna hold on,
Can we reset? Oh, go ahead.
Ida Quest.
Can we just reset her to November 18th as well, same as him?
Okay, we're gonna put this on the pretrial conference docket too. Ms. Ida Quez, your case is going to be reset to November 18th, 2024. It's gonna be placed on the court's pretrial conference docket. Your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
All right, thank you. Okay, you can get your resets. I think that's his last case. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Parker.
Pre-trial docket, Judge, I believe. Jeremy Jones. Jones. I'm sorry, trial docket.
Trial docket. What's his name?
Jeremy Jones.
He said the trial. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Look at them. Oh. Jeremy Dale Jones. You got 3 cases?
Yes.
Okay. This is Jeremy Dale Jones. Mr. Jones, how are you doing?
Very blessed.
That's good. Can't be better than being blessed. Now, Mr. Jones, you're represented in your cases by your attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
That's good. Now, Mr. Parker, what's your announcements?
Your Honor, I believe we have this worked out. We've got a new offer. There was an issue about a witness, and I think we've resolved that. And one of the cases we're gonna take care of by anger management, we can plead the other 2 out. If we could reset for a couple of weeks,
Please.
so I can complete it for a plea, Judge.
Okay. Let's get a reset for plea on these cases. Yeah, on page 4, he's on it. Okay. Cases will be reset to November 18th, 2024. Mr. Jones, your attorney is gonna get your resets. Once you get your resets from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Parker, do you have any more cases?
But that's all I have, Judge.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
I can get a good rest after watching that good Cowboy game last night.
Oh, boy.
You just ain't gonna stick it in, huh? Yeah. Now, the person that's on Zoom that has iPhone, would you please state your name? Person that's on Zoom that has iPhone.
Yes, Casey Darty.
We say that again. Say your name again.
Casey, C-A-S-C-Y, Darty, D-A-U-G-H-E-R-T-Y.
Okay, you can put your mic on mute. Thanks. No, I'm just looking for it.
Page 2.
Oh, what did I do? Page 2 of the announcement?
Did he say Casey Daughtry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said,
Page 2, the first person of the announcement.
I don't mind, mine is sheer. Okay, Dorothy. I thought I saw Mr.
He
Kelly.
wasn't here. Mr. Kelly wasn't here.
Mr. Dahl, Barnett. Tarika. Barnett. Okay, court is in session in two cases. Both cases are style of State of Texas versus Tarika Tennille Burnett. Ms. Burnett, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Burnett? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Burnett. You're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Peter Dahl. Attorney Dahl, how are you doing?
Very good.
And state is represented in this case, in these cases by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Dahl, you like to keep Ms. Burnett's cases on the trial docket?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give us a reset for trial. December 2nd. Okay, Ms. Burnett, your cases will be reset for trial December 2nd, 2024. You're gonna get your resets from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No.
Gotta go chase her.
You gotta do, you have to do what?
She took off.
Oh, okay,
I haven't given her the reset.
okay.
But-
All right, okay, we'll just have a seat. He has to come back. You can sit in that first chair by the wall. Okay, Mr. Gallo. Okay, this is Henry Charles Carmouche. Thank you. All of these are private hospitals.
These are JP appeals, Judge.
Yeah. Mr. Carmouche, your full name is Henry Charles Carmouche Jr. How you doing, Mr. Carmouche? That's good. Mr. Carmouche, you represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney Dustin Galmore, and again, Dustin Galmore, Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement in Mr. Carmouche's case?
Judge, we just asked for one more announcement date. These are JP appeals, and I'm sure we'll be able to work these out.
Reset him. Give us a reset, put him on the plea docket. Give us a date. We don't have them in November announcements, December 2nd.
November 20th.
Okay, we'll put them on November 20th.
I think we'll probably do that.
Okay, these cases will be reset to November 20th, 2024. Mr. Carmouche, your attorney is gonna get your resets. Once you get your resets from your attorney, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. You're welcome. Amy. I guess she even did a Rika Weaver up here. Erica,
I think Erica said Monday next week.
she's on this docket. Erica Elaine Weaver.
Does she have more than one case?
She has a felony.
Oh, that's a felony next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I have her for the 14th.
I see felony. So we have a not felony is simply October 14th, different offense date. That's the reason why we set them on different dates. We're not keeping them together.
Oh, y'all are not keeping them together anymore?
Not if they are different offense dates and not out of the same criminal episode.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
She has several felonies.
Hmm?
She has several felonies. I don't know if this.
Could you, I mean, we'll give you some time to contact her bondsman so that she can make an appearance. She can make an appearance. Yeah.
Let me double check.
It says felony set different, no offense date. That's what it says in the memo. I was just looking at the memo.
I have different, what clause number are you looking at, Judge?
24 CCCR 0610. She had more than one misdemeanor?
Just making sure I don't have the right thing. So there you go, so she has multiple.
She has multiple felonies, I know, from different dates.
Okay, so you're thinking this one might be on one of those dates.
I believe it is.
She does have a felony from the same offense state, Judge,
Oh,
in drug
Okay.
court, and you're representing her.
so we're gonna reset this to. Still not making an appearance. Did you contact her to make an appearance either?
I can, Judge.
Zoom?
I would just request reset this 1 week.
Well, she was supposed to be here today. Okay. I mean, that doesn't change that. So if you can just get her to make an appearance via Zoom, telephone, or
I will do.
person, okay. And then we'll reset it. Okay, Mr. Bird, do you have any,
I
wait,
do have one more. I have Mr. Potts in the trial docket.
Pulse? How you doing, Mr. Pulse? I'm gonna find full name is William Kenneth Pulse, is that correct? That's good. And Mr. Pulse, you're represented in your case by your attorney, that's Galmore. Attorney Galmore, you'd like to keep Mr. Pulse on the trial docket?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, give us that trial date. Well, 2, okay, 2024, and that's just last case.
Yes, Judge. Sorry.
Okay, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case is Cody Charles C. Represented by Mr. Ryan Gertz, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Gertz, how are you doing?
Good, Judge. I'm sorry, I didn't have this on my calendar for some reason. I only had one case on my calendar in your court this morning.
Okay,
So I'm sure I messed that up, but I think Mr. C is on the trial docket. We'd like to just keep him on the trial docket.
okay, give us a reset date. Okay, that'd be December 2nd, 2024. Mr. C, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset in court, you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gertz. Fulton Wayne Durham.
Yes, Judge, that was the one I was expecting. He's doing pretrial diversion.
Oh,
He's about halfway through it and is doing well on it.
pretrial
and has-
diversion in June of 2024. That's what it said.
Yes, Judge. I didn't know if this was like a placeholder to just check on his progress or
Yes,
whatever,
that's what
but
I mean, normally that's what we do to try to,
or to make sure that he signed.
Yeah,
but he
not only
did.
that he signed, but we was anticipating that he may be through by this date. If,
No, he's only about halfway. I would say he's only about halfway through, Judge.
okay, this is a
Maybe a
DW,
little less than half.
so they don't, on the DWIs, y'all, they have to do some extra.
They just don't let him off early, Judge.
I thought it was just for the assaults.
And that's my understanding too. This one may have made it past our usual list. I can check with upstairs.
Okay, so what he's gonna do, he's gonna check upstairs because it's probably supposed to be dismissed. Okay,
Okay.
okay, he's gonna check. So I think this is your last case. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Caleb Green. Mr. Green is on Zoom.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Green, you're represented. Well, first of all, Mr. Green, how are you doing?
Doing all right, and yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Green, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney James Padgett, who is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Padgett, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Padgett, what are your announcements in Mr. Green's cases?
Your Honor, we have just recently received discovery on the case.
Okay,
If you would allow us 30 days, Mr. Green and I have good communication. I'll receive an offer from the state before we meet, and then we'll be ready to dispose of this case. And
Okay,
we'll both be here in person.
okay, give us a reset date. Play date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this will be November 18th, 2024. Mr. Green, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset dates. Once you get your recess, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You as well.
Okay, and Mr. Kelly. Yeah, we had called you earlier.
Yeah, but Judge, I was bouncing between a couple of courts.
Okay. Casey Dwayne Doherty, he was on, oh, there he is. Okay,
I'm here, Judge.
okay, Mr. Doherty, how are you doing?
Well, Your Honor, and yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Doherty, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Tom Kelly. Attorney Kelly, how are you doing?
Doing well this morning, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement in Mr. Doherty's case?
Your Honor, would you allow us to stay on this pretrial conference docket one final time before we
Okay,
make the final call here?
okay, give us a reset. It's gonna keep it on the pretrial conference. Okay, this case will be reset to December 2nd, 2024. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And you have a blessed day, Mr. Doherty. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. They will be given notice of your resets. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient. Blessed day.
And yourself, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Couple cases left.
Okay, did we have to give Mr.
Yes.
Oh, you have some more
I
left?
do, Judge. I have two other.
Oh, okay. Aiden McCaig,
He's present.
okay, Mr. McCaig, your full name is Aiden McCaig. How are you doing, Mr. McCaig?
Doing all right.
That's good, Mr. McCaig. You represented your case by your cases rather by your attorney Tom Kelly. Mr. Kelly, you like to keep Mr. McCaig's cases on the trial docket?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. McCaig, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. Aaron Shane Williams. This case was transferred.
It was.
It was just transferred in July?
A little while
That
ago,
sounds
Judge.
about right.
Hmm?
That sounds about right.
That's what I say, July 1st. And Mr. Williams, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Kelly, what's your announcement in Mr. Williams' case?
Your Honor, we've reached a resolution in this case. Our understanding that it's going to be refiled as Class C.
JP
And
production.
as soon as we're given notice that that's done, we'll go take care of it and make sure.
That's
correct, Your Honor.
How long do you think?
Probably within the week, Judge, if we could just have it.
Okay, give us a week reset.
At your convenience.
So that'd be the 14th. Yeah, 1 week from the day will be the 14th. Okay, this case will be reset October 14th, 2024. Your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And your attorney will tell you what you need to do to pay for that JP reduction. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome. And this is your last case, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, you're
Excuse
free to go and you have a blessed day.
me. Thank you, Judge.
We have Macy. Courtney Joseph Walker.
Please, Judge.
Wow. No, I was looking at it had it's the August date.
Yeah,
It
dude.
pulls up on the August date.
We started to do it in August, Judge, but it got.
Will we need to do new paperwork on?
I don't know. I just need to make sure that when that it comes, I guess when it comes out, we'll make sure the dates are right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change it up here. That's not a problem. That's
That's when I did the paperwork on the computer, Judge, originally. And instead of doing it again, I just
okay.
grabbed it from
Okay.
August.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, is he in custody?
He is.
Yeah, we can get, okay. Walker is on the document. He's on the He might not. I don't see his case on my deal. He's on a jury trial docket, right?
Announcing
He's on announcement?
what?
Okay, let me go to announcement.
That's one on page 5.
Okay. Okay, this is cause number 24 CCCR 1628. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Courtney Joseph Walker. Mr. Walker, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Walker, do I know you? You look familiar. Okay. Well, I'm still a lawyer. What's your mother's name? Teresa. She getting out of MLS? Yeah, okay, that's, I thought I had seen you in about, I don't know how many years. Yeah, okay. You related to my ex-wife, Mary Millett. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, okay.
So I'm real.
Well, I mean, we're not actually related now, but you're related to my ex-wife.
Yes, sir.
Uh, now, well, first, like I said, just for the record, you and I have never talked about your case, is that correct?
No.
Right. Never made you any promises or anything. Is that correct?
Correct.
Fact, now state, there's a possible conflict of interest
Take
or,
away any conflicts in
Oh.
the case, Judge.
okay, defense,
Defensive waive as well, Your Honor.
okay. Now, Mr., how far did we get? Mr. Walker, did you raise your right hand? Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
As well.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Walker?
Doing okay.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Walker, you are you're representing your case by your attorney, John Macy. And Mr. Macy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor. Thanks.
And Mr. Macy, do you waive a record in Mr. Walker's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Walker. Let's see. I'm sure he's on the announcement time. Okay, now, Mr. Walker, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Courtney Joseph Walker, on or about June 10th of 2024, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of failed to identify a fugitive with intent to give false information. Mr. Walker, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, Mr. Walker, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, I also have before me a document that is titled misdemeanor plea admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir, I did.
On the line that's next to the box that said guilty. I also have before me a document that is titled, Defendant, is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
And I also have before me on paper a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir, I did.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Walker, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, I did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, I did.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State one.
Any objections, Mr. Macy?
No objection, Your Honor.
No objections. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macy, you advised and counseled Mr. Walker, is there any evidence that you are mentally, is there any evidence that your client is mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Walker, your attorney, Mr. Macy, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Walker, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I'll also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
What is the agreement?
Griffin's plead guilty. The state has offered 78 days time served, court cost tax, and retired in this case.
Mr. Walker, the state is offering that you serve 78 days in Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 78 days that you've already served. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court costs in this case will be taxed and retired. That simply means that you will not be required to pay the court costs in this case because the time that you have spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Walker, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Walker, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. This will conclude your case. Mr. Walker, you're gonna follow the directions of the bailiff. You're gonna stand at the end of that counter. And once you're finished following the bailiff's directions, you're free to go. Follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right.
That
And
may be excused.
let's see, this is your last one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Milson? Okay. Now, Mr. Milson, I see you recovered from your car accident, is that correct? Your son had it? Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope he has a full and speedy recovery. How old is your son? Okay, was that the football player? Oh, it's a different one? Wow, the car flipped over? Wow, wow. Wow. Okay, so I think the last time you appeared, you was on Zoom, is that correct? And you stated at that time we was gonna you're gonna apply for a court appointed attorney, is that correct? So we need to give him, we're gonna give you some paperwork. Hold on a minute. The court coordinator is gonna give you some, you can stand over there. She's gonna give you some paperwork to fill out. And if you need some help with it, just let us know. we'll have somebody to help you to fill it out. And she's gonna give you a clipboard and a pen with the paperwork on it, okay? And basically what you're gonna do, that first document is gonna be the judge's explanation of rights of defendants without an attorney. I think we went over that before. If you need some help on it, we can go over it again. But basically, it tells you what your rights are, your options are. As a defendant in a criminal case, you can hire an attorney, you can ask to a court-appointed attorney, or you can represent yourself. Those are the three options. Now that paperwork, if you're going to ask for a court-appointed attorney, at the bottom of that document, there are 5 lines at the bottom to the left. You're going to place your initials on the 3rd line to the left. And you're going to sign it and date it, but you need to read it first. And the other thing is, he only needs the affidavit. He only needs those 2 documents. He only needs the affidavit and the judge's explanation. That's what he needs, okay? And again, if you need some help, just let us know. And we'll have someone to come out there and help you to fill out the paperwork, okay? So you can just go have a seat. Okay. Evan Escape? Okay, good morning, Ms. Provo.
Yeah, Mr. Escape is not here. He heard from our office that he has pink eye. I got this late Friday.
Oh, you have a medical excuse?
Yeah.
You can show it to the prosecutor first.
He sent that late to me.
Let's see, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So they gave him 7. The $10 is not.
Let's reset it about 2 weeks. We need to put this in his file? Yeah. That'll be, we're gonna reset it 2 weeks. Okay. So that will be the 21st? October 21st. Yes, you're gonna get your reset. Once you get your resets, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Kimler? Okay, let's see. Trayvon Conley?
He's present, we're ready.
Okay, we're gonna have to keep it down on the trial docket.
How you doing, man?
All right. How you doing, Mr. Conley? That's good. So we're gonna keep these on the trial, keep this case on the trial docket. Give us Ms. Jackson. Give us a trial date on Conley. Motion to substitute. It must be old.
December 9th.
Okay, night. Okay, this case we reset for trial December 9th. Mr. Conley, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Now, Mr. Kimball, I see you got Craig Simmons. There's a note here saying something about a motion to substitute.
He's on my docket, so I assume that was granted. He's present.
Where is it?
Come on up.
So that's an old note. Hey, how you doing there, Mr. Simmons? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Simmons, you represented by Rife Kimler. Mr. Kimler, you like to keep this on the trial docket as well?
We're ready, Your Honor, yes, sir.
Okay. It'll be December 9th. Okay. You're gonna get your reset for December 9th. Your attorney is gonna get your recess. Once you get your recess, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Mr. Kimler, is that it?
That's your turn, but.
Okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. So, Mr. LeBlanc. West. Okay, Mr. Bickford, your full name is Jason Wayne Bickford.
Correct, sir.
Now, Mr. Bickford, I was informed that you actually scheduled, your case was scheduled for tomorrow for arraignment. However, you
That's it.
came in today.
Yes, sir. I didn't realize that I drove from Alabama. I'm working in Alabama right now.
Okay, now, Mr. Bickford, the court is going to arraign you. Basically, what the arraignment is, an opportunity to tell you what you've been charged with, what your options are, and what your rights are concerning your case. Now, you've been charged with an assault causing bodily injury to a family member,
My daughter.
That is a class A misdemeanor. Now, criminal cases are divided into felonies or misdemeanors. Your felony cases are commonly referred to as your more serious type offenses, and your misdemeanors are normally referred to as as petty offense. Does not mean that they're not serious. It just means that they're not as serious
Yes.
as a felony. Now, when I use the term serious, I'm talking about the possible punishment that a person can receive and the facts of the case. Okay, now, a class A misdemeanor, the range of punishment is a minimum of 0 days to a maximum of 365 days in the county jail. And a fine, or a fine that does not exceed $4,000. Or you could be given both such fine and confinement. Now, you may be eligible for two types of probation, for one of two types of probation. One type of probation is called adjudicated probation. Adjudicated probation. The other type of probation is called unadjudicated probation. The difference between the two is that with adjudicated probation, it does result in a conviction on your record. However, if you successfully complete the probation, the court has the discretion to set aside the conviction by what we call judicial clemency. Now, that's discretionary upon the court. If in order to qualify, you have to successfully complete the probation, you cannot have any more time left on the probation, and you have to be successfully discharged off the probation. Now, and only certain cases qualify for that. Okay, if you qualify, and if the court, through its discretion, grant judicial clemency, case will not result, in essence, the case will be dismissed. You'll not have a conviction on your record. And on the other hand, if you in the future get another case, if you get a subsequent offense or another offense later on, then the conviction can be brought back up. It can be used against you. And if you try to get a license with CPS, Child Protective Services, they can deny giving you a license, or if you have a license, they can revoke or suspend that license. Now, the other type of probation is called unadjudicated probation. With the unadjudicated probation, it does not result in a conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, the case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for what is called a non-disclosure. A non-disclosure is where your record is sealed to the general public. Now, notice I used the term general public. That's because certain governmental agencies can have access to your criminal record.
Yes.
But most of the public, the general public, most of the public is the general public, so they will not have access to your criminal record. Now, the other thing is, if you violate your deferred adjudicated probation, the court can revoke your probation and the court can give you a conviction. Okay. But if you don't violate it, you successfully complete it, your case will be dismissed, would not result in conviction on record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Number two, if you want an attorney but do not have enough money to hire an attorney, your case will be reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney. And number three, you may represent yourself. You only can represent yourself if you waive or give up your right to hire an attorney. I mean, if you waive or give up your right to have an attorney to represent you, that's the only way you can represent yourself. Now, there are dangers and disadvantages to self-representation. Representing yourself may result in the worst outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Now, if you choose to waive your right to an attorney, represent yourself, You may change your mind at any time and request that an attorney be appointed to represent you. Now, we're going to give you a document. At the bottom of that document, there will be 5 lines to the left. If you want to hire an attorney to represent you, you place your initials on the first line to the left. If you already hired an attorney to represent you, you'll place your initials on the second line to the left. Now, he's handing you that document. I'm talking at the bottom of the document where it says in bold letters, place initials next to only one choice. Now, if your choice is to hire an attorney, you place your initials on the first line to the left. If you already hired an attorney to represent you, you'll place your initials on the second line to the left. If your choice is to ask for a court-appointed attorney, then you'll place your initials on the third line to the left. If you've already been appointed a court-appointed attorney to represent you, you place your initials on the fourth line to the left. If you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself, you'll place your initials on the fifth line to the left. Now, once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines, you will place your initials, your signature on the line where it says defendant and the name of the attorney. Excuse me, you'll place your signature on the line that says defendant and today's date. And today's date is October 7th of 2024.
I also have documentation from Ms. Fawcett, which is my daughter, saying that she dropped all charges and the allegations were incorrect.
Well, I don't have any knowledge of that. Yeah, that would have to be, that's something that has to be brought up between you and the DA's office if you represent yourself, or your attorney in the DA's office if you have an attorney representing you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, did you sign and initial that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see what your choice is. Okay, so you want to apply for court-appointed attorney? There's a document that's on that clipboard that's titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. You're going to fill out the first page and half of the second page. You're going to fill out the top part where it says defendant oath, and then the second part on the second page that says unsworn oath. Okay, you can have a seat at that table because it's going to take you a little time to fill it out. We have Nelson's paperwork. Okay. I'm gonna send this back to you. Michael Milson. Okay, Mr. Milson. Your full name is Michael Milson? Michael Troy Milson. Mr. Milson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Milson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Milson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Milson? I'm doing fine. Now, Mr. Wilson, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you'd like to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Injuries. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant's Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Milson, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? Well, excuse me, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Milson, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in your cases is Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank will be given information to contact you, and you will be given information to contact him.
Say Thomas Burbank.
Yes. And the court coordinator will give you that information for to contact Mr. Burbank. Once she gives you that information, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And again, we'll be praying that you and your son have a full recovery from your accident. Okay, you're welcome. Just stand in front of the court coordinator, get your reset.
Thank you for being patient.
All right, and you have a blessed day. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bigford,
Yes.
you just been handed a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. I'm gonna go over these bond conditions with you. And it states, Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Following return of a criminal information in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to tests for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol. And the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim. Do you understand that condition?
Yes.
Condition number 4 does not apply. However, condition number 5 does apply. It says defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of the Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn, full-time, paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition?
Yes.
Now, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked, and if your bond is revoked, the warrant issued for your arrest, you'll be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Now, this will conclude your case. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Will be in recess. Kelly did you see Mr. Kelly?
Yeah. He didn't know what he looked like.
Oh, okay. Mr. Galmore? Mr. Galmore? See you on.
Sorry, Judge, I'm here.
Yeah, I see you on Zoom.
Yeah, I got in touch with Miss Weaver and we're trying to get her on Zoom right now.
Oh, okay.
She's having some technological problems, but I expect her on any second.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Reagan Minaldi, who works with Tom Kelly, filed a letter of representation. And so your case is going to be reset. They're going to have to contact her to let her know she has to file a motion to substitute because you have Jennifer DeLodge, who is attorney of record. So anytime you have an attorney, if another attorney comes on, they have to file a motion to substitute, not a letter of representation. You only file a letter of representation when there is no attorney on the case. Okay, so we're gonna reset your case. to give Ms. Minaldi an opportunity to file that letter of representation. Excuse me, to file that, motion to substitute. Give us a reset.
Thank you, Judge.
November 8th? Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, it's November 8th, 2024. Your case is reset to. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0610, case of style of state of Texas versus Erica Elaine Weaver. Ms. Weaver is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Weaver, you can take your mic off of mute. Yeah, his mic's still on mute. Mr. Galmore, you can take your mic off of mute. No, I could put him on mute, but I can't take him off. I'm on, yeah. Mr. Galmore? All right, Mr. Galmore?
Judge, I think you have to click join audio.
I'm on, see, watch. Yeah, I'm on, I was already on, so she can hear me. Ms. Weaver, can you hear me? Wave your hand. Yeah, okay. Okay. Mr. Galmore, you take your mic off of mute?
Sorry, Judge, I'm here.
Okay. Mr. Galmore, your client, Ms. Weaver, is on Zoom. What is your announcement in Ms. Weaver's case?
Judge, she has pending felonies that are set next week on Monday, and it's our intention to resolve everything at one time. And so we would ask to put this case with the rest or
Okay,
reset it far enough out that we'll have a felony court date first.
okay, I see your felony court date is October 14th.
That's correct.
Okay, we're gonna reset it on the same date. Okay?
Okay.
So Ms. Weaver, on that day, you need to come to court here first to check in with the bailiff, then go take care of your matters in district court. Once you finish in district court, you will come back here to this court. Okay? Ms. Weaver, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your bondsman and your attorney because they will be giving notice of your court date. And you have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
And you have a blessed day. Your reset will be sent to you, Mr. Galmore.
Okay, perfect. You too, Judge. Bye-bye.
Okay, you're welcome.
see it on the.
Okay, what's her client name?
George Maxey.
Maxie?
Yes, sir. Announcement.
Okay. This is cause number 24 CCCR 0644. Case is style of state of Texas versus George Robert Maxey. Okay, Mr. Maxey, please come forward. Okay, Mr. Maxey, your full name is George Robert Maxey. Mr. Maxey, would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You may put your hand down. Mr. Maxey, how are you doing? That's good. Mr. Maxey, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Laura Perazzo. Ms. Perazzo, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor, thank you.
That's good. Ms. Perazzo, do you waive a record in Mr. Maxey's case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Maxey, I have before me a document that is titled information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, Mr. Maxey, it alleges that you, George Robert Maxey, on or about December 8th of 2022, excuse me, 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Maxey, you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, Mr. Maxey, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Maxey, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. You recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of the same document, there's a set of initials on the line next to box. There's check no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
And on the next document, it's titled Trial Court Certification, the defendant's right of appeal. You recognize this document? And is this your signature? On the next document, it's titled Trial Court Certification, the defendant's right of appeal. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document. Now, Mr. Maxey, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that she went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Maxey, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
State offer states one.
Any objections? No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Razzo, you advised and counseled Mr. Maxey. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Maxey, your attorney, Ms. Perazzo, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
Has she provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Maxey, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for defendant's plea, the state's offering 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail, credit for 7. And the defendant is to turn himself in today, October 7th, 2024 at 6 p.m.
Okay, Mr. Maxey, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for the 7 days that you have already served. Do we have his court costs? Mr. Maxey, your court cost is $377. Will you be able to pay the $377 court cost today?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Maxey, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Handing this to your attorney, would you please review that document? Do you recognize that document?
This is you were getting into the point of the attorney.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And is that your signature on the line as titled defendant? Okay, now, Mr. Max, is everything in that document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Maxey, based on your answers, the court is gonna find that you are indigent based on the finding of indigence. The court costs in this case of $377 will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Mr. Maxey, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Mr. Maxey, I follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Maxey, this will conclude your case. Please stand in front of, next to the bailiff, follow his directions. Once you finish following his directions, you could be taken into custody and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, and you. Yeah. At or before 6 p.m.
And without this paperwork. Make sure you have that paperwork. You know it.
Okay. It'll be recess to 1. Okay.